Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Cassie, and this is going to be my October TBR. I'm feeling a little bit better about maybe having some structure for my TBR in October. But just to be on the safe side, I did clear my board, so we're starting with a cleared board this month. Just to kind of make sure that I have as many options as I can have for this at the moment. And let's just kind of get into it. We're gonna do the cards, and we're gonna do 3 structured TBR picks, and we'll see how that goes. All right, here we go. Trying to find our first book of 3. All right. 3, 4, 6, 6, and 6. Do I have a 3 of a kind for 6s on my board? Let's see. What do I have for? I have a pair of 6s, which is over 450 pages. That's a little daunting, but if I pick the right book, it might be doable. Let's see, what else do I have? 4 6s is height, 2 5s, 2 6s is vampire wolves, 2 6s, 2 7s is a friend pick, 3 6s is a continued series, so that's kind of up my alley. And then 3 6s, 2 4s is most recent purchase. So let me go ahead and keep the 6s. And I actually want to keep the 4, just in case. And we're going to get rid of the 3. Oh, I got a joker. Okay. So I could do the Full House most recent purchase, which I think I like that idea. So let's go with that. All right. So we got 3 6s, a 4, and a joker. Which gives us a full house, and a full house with the 3 6s, 2 4s is our most recent purchase. So we're going to put this on here as best we can, since there's no real support behind it. Sorry, that probably bleached out there for a second. So most recent purchase. So I want to say one of my most recent purchases that I would like to get to in October, going with the whole spooky theme, thriller, mystery, horror vibes, because, you know, October. Fall, Halloween, love it. I'm gonna try very hard to read How Bad Things Can Get by Darcy Coates. I love Darcy Coates, so I'm really hoping that I can get to this. It was supposed to be the party of the century, miles of idyllic white sand beaches, lush jungle foliage, and a dark legend nobody dreamed might be all too true. When an online influencer and several hundred of his most loyal fans land on Prosperity Island, the plan is simple. 5 days of elaborate games, drinking, and suntanned fun. A week in paradise should have been a welcome respite. The only survivor of an infamous cult, Ruth wants nothing more than to keep her head down and not draw attention. She spent decades outrunning her blood-soaked childhood, and her identity is a closely held secret. But when the true history of the island is revealed, along with its sinister connection to Ruth's past, as guests go missing and games turn deadly, Ruth and the rest of the attendees are forced to question whether they've really been invited to paradise, or whether something much darker and far bloodier is waiting for them just beyond the bonfire's light. So hopefully I can get to this in October. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I'm going to put this here for now. Alright, so let's get into number 2. Alright, let's clean up the mess from a minute ago. Let's get down to business. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. not one of my cards. There's a couple of my cards, whatever. Alright, so we got an ace, a 9, 2, a 9, and a 2. Oh, now that's an interesting combination. So 2 9s and a pair of 9s and a pair of 2s. I don't think that I have that combination on my board. I don't think that I have a pair of 9s with a pair. Well, no, a pair of 9s by itself is out of comfort zone. If I had a pair of 8s and 9s, that would be a mystery thriller. Let's see. A pair of just 2s. I'm pretty sure that's on there. Yeah, a pair of 2s is a spinner wheel. Pair of 2s and a pair of aces is physical TBR. What do I want to try to go for there? I kind of want to go for the mystery thriller, if we're being honest. Keep with the times, you know, the vibes. So I think I'm going to keep the 2 9s. We're going to get rid of these 3. Oop. Well, maybe. And we are going to attempt to get 2 8s. Which, no, that's not what I wanted. And there's an 8, and there's another 9. What did I say 3 9s was? Did I have a 3 9? Or was I just, like, imagining I had 3 9s? I might have been imagining 3 9s. Yeah, I think I was imagining 3 9s. I don't have 3 9s on the board. So a pair of 9s is out of comfort zone. Do I want to attempt that, all things considered? Not sure if I do, guys. Not sure if I do. Yeah, no. Let's just go ahead and try. We'll see what we get. Okay, so we got out of my comfort zone, which is a pair of 9s. So we're going to cover that up. Maybe. Dean, what are you doing right there? Alright, so out of my comfort zone is a little tricky. And I don't even really know why I have it on my board, because honestly, there's nothing I really won't read. There's nothing that's not, like, that's really out of my comfort zone when it comes to, like, genres. So I'm going with out of my comfort zone for the moment. What is just kind of with me being just getting out of a reading slump type situation. Reading a thicker kind of book, and a book that might involve a lot of brain power kind of feels out of my comfort zone right now. I've been reading kind of shorter books, very easy to read books. So this one is, let's see, 568 pages, so it's pretty big, and it is a fantasy. It looks like a high fantasy type book, so it's going to be a whole completely different world, magic system, what have you. So I feel like this is out of my comfort zone right now, and so I'm going to pick this one, and we're going to see how this goes. It is called The Song of Legends Lost. And I honestly could not tell you how to pronounce the author's name, but M.H. Ayindi or something. I'm butchering that, and I'm so sorry. But we are going to attempt to read this one for out of our comfort zone. So it says, a song of rebellion, a song of war, a song of legends lost. The Nine Lands has been at war against the Grey Bloods for thousands of years. The Invoker clans, warriors of noble blood, who summon their ancestors to fight with them in battle, are all that stand between the people and destruction. But the war has gone on too long, Soon a general draft is called by the Nine Lands' reckless king to take the battle to their enemies and defeat them once and for all. A plan that seems doomed to fail. When Temmie, a commoner from the slums, accidentally invokes a powerful spirit, she believes it could hold the key to ending the war, but not everything that can be invoked is an ancestor. Some of the spirits are more dangerous than anyone can imagine. So, it sounds really cool. The cover's really cool. I like the sprayed edges. And it's almost 600 pages long. So, we are going to have this as our second book for October. And now we're going to go to book 3. Alright, so book 3. What will it be? Let's find it out. Hopefully not another out of my comfort zone book. Alright, here we go. 3, 4, 8, 7, Queen. You know, I really want to say that 3s are on my board a lot. So I think I'm going to save that 3 and see what we get, if anything. Toss those 4. There we go. 10, 5, ace, 8. Absolutely nothing. I love that. Ace, 2, ace, 4. Do I have a pair of aces? Just a one pair type situation for aces? I don't think I do. Huh, I thought I did. But maybe it was just a pair of aces and a pair of 2s that I was thinking about. So yeah, I do believe that is a bust. So, moving on. And I have not been keeping count of how many busts that I've had or not had, so let's forgive me on that. And we're just gonna go with it. So, let's see. A good shuffle. Alright. 4, king, 9, jack, 7. A whole lot of junk. I'm just gonna scrap all of it. I don't even want to try. I'm just gonna scrap it. 7, 10, 10, king, jack. Do I have a pair of 10s anywhere on the board? No, I don't. Because why would I? Alright, jack, 3, 8, joker, 4. Alright, well, let's see. Do I have a pair of 3s on the board anywhere? Just a one pair. One pair. Nope. How about a 4? A pair of 4s, maybe? Oh, I do have a pair of 3s. Backlist. So anything 2023 and before. Well, let me look up a 4. Let me see if I have a one pair of 4s. I do. That is a pole pick. And then let's look at 8 and jack too while we're at it. Oh, I found 8 really quickly. Start a series. And a pair of jacks is a repeat author. So I have 4 different choices to make here. So what to do? Do I want to start a series? Do I want a repeat author? Do I want a backlist book? Or do I want a poll pick? Oh goodness. This is I don't like this. Alright, So I wanted to switch over to this view while I am contemplating, because I thought just looking down at my cards was kind of just boring and rude. So one pair of threes is the backlist. The jacks is a repeat author. Fours is a poll pick. And eight is the start of series. I'm not really feeling the poll pick. I wouldn't mind the repeat author, but I also wouldn't mind start series, and I also wouldn't mind backlist, as I'm sure I have plenty. So what do I want to do? What do I want to do? You know, let's scrap start a series. I am in the middle of a lot of series, so let's not add on another series. So that leaves me with the repeat author or the backlist. Do I want to do the repeat author or the backlist? You know what? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by its toe. If it hollers, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Alright, repeat author. So let me see what I have for a repeat author. Okay, I forgot to put my little sticky, so we'll do that real quick. Alright. Well, that was kind of blurry for a second there. So, I'm pretty sure that I've read something by this author before. Don't ask me what it was. Don't ask me when, because it was probably like 3 or 4 years ago when I read it. But I'm fairly sure. And so I want to read The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I know that this is coming out. I don't know if it's like a movie or a TV show or something on like Netflix or something like that, but I know that it is happening. So I want to kind of read this before that happens. So every day I clean the Winchester's beautiful house top to bottom. I pick up their daughter from school and I cook a delicious meal for the whole family before heading up to eat alone in my tiny room on the top floor. I try to ignore how Nina makes a mess just to watch me clean it up. How she tells strange lies about her own daughter, and how her husband Andrew seems more broken every day. But as I look into Andrew's handsome brown eyes, so full of pain, it's hard not to imagine what it would be like to live Nina's life. The walk-in closet, the fancy car, the perfect husband. I try on one of Nina's pristine white dresses once, just to see what it's like. But she soon finds out, and by the time I realize my attic bedroom door only locks from the outside, it's far too late. But I reassure myself. The Winchesters don't know who I really am. They don't know what I'm capable of. So, this is going to be my third book. So, that gives me this as my official TBR. The Darcy Coates How Bad Things Can Get. A Song of Legends Lost. Don't ask me how to pronounce the author's name. I apologize. I really do. I'm bad with words and names. And The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. So that is it for my October TBR. Hopefully I should have this out at least the day before October 1st. Or at least by October 1st or 2nd, somewhere in there. And I'm also going to try to post something before this, so hopefully that posted, but otherwise, if you want to see more of me, subscribe. If you like this video, like it. But until next time, bye!